I'm BuilderBots. Welcome back to another Bots Games. We're back with another Builderville. Unfortunately, last episode we had a little bit of a problem with the sound. I forgot to turn it down, and it was kind of loud and kind of annoying. But I fixed it. I've turned the sound down, and we're ready to go. So last episode we built this just stunningly beautiful pirate sheep. I know it's the most beautiful thing. No, I'm just kidding. it's okay, you know. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. He's pretty chill. He's okay. So yeah. Anyway, enough with that. Today I was thinking we would build some sort of a dinosaur. I was thinking a spinosaurus. If you don't know what a spinosaurus is, you can look it up, or I'll put a picture up on the screen right now. Anyway, it's a carnivore. It's got like a big sail on its back and like alligator mouth type thing. It's pretty cool. So I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Awesome. So I'm gonna go green. I think with concrete. Clay? I don't know if I'm gonna use clay. I don't think so. Wool, possibly. I'm probably gonna use concrete or stained clay. I literally just said I wasn't gonna use clay. Okay, wow, okay. Oops. and he's gonna have black on him. Some... I mean, that works too. Yellow, just a little bit. And gray. Why is it? It's not picking up the first letter when I'm typing. What else is there? I think that's it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna start over here. There's not really a pattern to where I'm building. I keep forgetting to expand these. I'll have to do that. Yeah, I don't have world edit yet. I have to remember to do that. So I'm gonna make him sitting right here, and okay, I've pulled up a picture of it next to me. It looks like its feet. The path is gonna be like here. We have to make room for that. So I'm gonna put his foot about. And he also has a tail that wraps around, so I don't want the tail to go over the little garden area. So I want to put his foot about right there. And he has three little feet, toes, claws, whatever. And he's got red feet. Oh, hold on. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends how big you're making it. But yeah, see, it doesn't really work. If you're doing a smaller design, this is going to be pretty large, judging by the foot size. But if you're doing a larger thing, you can do this. A lot of times, white stained glass works really well because you can see it more than you can black stained glass. But it's not gonna work now, so that's fine. It's just makes it a little easier. Okay, so I'm gonna do some work on his leg, and I will be back. So it doesn't look like much right now. I haven't done that much, but basically I'm building like a scaffolding almost, and then we're gonna fill it in later. So you can see his foot kinda. I mean, I guess you can't see because it's behind his body, but it goes kind of up at an angle, like this. Oh, I made that too short. And so then his other foot is going to be around there, and then his head's going to be coming off, like this. So, yeah. Okay, so we've, this might look really confusing, but basically this is the back up all the way up to the right next to his that's, I don't know, like his head his head's gonna be there. I don't know. And then his tail's gonna come out this way. So his arm's gonna come something like this. This is about how his stomach is gonna come, like that. That's just because obviously he's not gonna be this thin. That's pretty skinny. So he's gonna be about this this thick, and his arm's gonna come down here, and then over here, and we still have to do his other foot, which is gonna come down at a slightly different angle than this foot. It's not gonna quite touch the ground, and then we're gonna map out his jaws, and then we have the structure of it, and we can start filling it. Okay, so I finished the structure. I'm probably gonna have to change the mouth a little bit. I'm not sure I like how that looks, but that's fine because this is just the structure, so it's not gonna matter too much. This is the leg. I'm trying to have the foot not quite touch the ground. I want it to look like he's right in the middle of lunging forward or something like that. And then the tail, of course, goes back over there. This is supposed to be all very fluid, and I want it to look like he's in the middle of a run, and hopefully we can get that, so we'll see. Alright, I'm wrapping up with the first back foot. I should probably add more of this. There's really only one piece of it, of the clay. But I think it's looking okay. It looks a little strange here. I think his leg is bent in a strange way, but it doesn't look too bad. I think I finished up with this leg right here, at least for now. I was gonna try and make it look like this leg was off the ground, like it was in the picture. Fortunately, I ran out of room, so I tried to make it look like it was dragging a little bit, but it kind of looks like he just twisted his ankle pretty badly. So I'm just gonna put it on the ground like the other one, and that way I think it's gonna look more normal that way, even though it's not gonna be quite as interesting, I think, as it might have been if it was off the ground. I feel like he'll just be walking now instead of leaping, like I was hoping he'd be. So that's not too bad though. I think that's not bad. Alright, I'm back. So this is what I have for the legs so far. I'm gonna try and do less cutscenes. I know there's not much actual of me building this time, but it's because it's a little more complicated. Okay. Thank you very much for interrupting my video, Rain. Sorry. So, I'm gonna try and do less cutscenes. This is a more complicated build than the sheep, though, so it's a little more difficult. But here we go. So, basically, for the leg, what I'm doing, I know that the part that's right above the ankle, it has a lot of muscle on it, and so, like right here, you want to make sure it's a lot larger than the ankle, which is fairly thin compared to the rest of the leg. And then this is actually the knee, that point right there, or yeah, that's the knee, and then this is the ankle. So that messes a lot of people up. It's a lot different from a human leg. A lot of animals today have this too, but it's a common misconception when you're drawing or building or whatever, that this is actually the knee right here, and this is the ankle. So it looks like that should be the knee, but it's actually not. So that's always good to know. It makes it look more realistic, because even if you notice that, if it's not there, you're gonna notice that it's wrong. If that makes any sense. Even if you don't know that that's actually okay, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So I think maybe we should do the tail next. It's moderately simple. You don't need to do a whole lot for a tail. You just need to make it look interesting and not the same all the way through. So I think we should do his belly and then go around back and do Oh, one thing that I do a lot when I'm building round structures like this is if you have a wall, instead of just building a curve like this, which is what I see a lot of people doing in like build battles on Hypixel or something, a lot of people just build curved walls like this, when actually it makes it a lot better if you do something. Let's see if I can do it on a model this small, like this. I don't know, it just makes it look better, and then you would continue up like this. Because even those two little blocks on the outside of the background, I'm not sure why, it just makes it look a lot more neat and interesting. Another thing you could do is take away, put that back. If you're doing this, I would suggest putting one like that every once in a while, unless you don't want to, but it makes it look a little bit steeper. I guess if you want something more flat, you could take it away, but... So that's just how I do round surfaces, and the more complicated you get, like this, his leg is not just a diagonal surface, it's round, and it has different muscles and shapes, and all that stuff. It's actually supposed to look like something, whereas this is just kind of a hill. And the more you do this, the more natural it gets as you try and figure out what blocks to place where. So here, this is why I brought that up, because I was doing that here. I'm gonna go. This is the top part. I don't know, the middle part that sticks up, and then we can do the back. So like from up here, you can see it. I guess it's kind of dark, but. And then this would come up, but this would come up before. So it's sort of like what I showed you before, except a little bit bigger. And we also have to turn too, which will be a little bit trickier than this. So if you basically just shift it over like that, it I don't know, that's just what I do. It's what it is. And that's how I get a lot of my roundness on buildings. Also, when I was building the sheep, when I was building his head, I mentioned that a lot of times you start off with just a block and you kind of carve stuff away and add stuff to it, because it's a lot easier than just building something just not randomly, but out of thin air, so to say. So a lot of times you just kind of I'm at a loss for words today. Build something fairly flat. You can see the difference between the texture in this leg and the side of his tail right here. And then as we go, we will take stuff out of it, add stuff like maybe this. Even just that one little piece makes it look different. I know it's all red and it's difficult to see, but oops. I just find it easier to start with a block and make it look better than to start with nothing. If you see what I mean. Yep. I'm gonna stop talking right now. I gotta concentrate. I know a lot of you are probably thinking right now, see the picture? It's all those black stripes all over him. Don't worry. Alright, don't worry. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna add them in. It's gonna be fine. I just want to get the base structure down for now. And then we're gonna go in and have fun with all the details. So. Alright, so I took a big cut, and we're back. I think I'm finished with the tail, or I'm not finished. I have to fill it in with color and stuff. And I think there's gray on the bottom too. I put black on the bottom. It's supposed to be gray. That's fine. We can fill that in later. But otherwise, I think it's the right shape. I think I got it the right way. I'm gonna do up to his rib cage about, and then we're gonna put the sail on his back, which I actually forgot to put the structure in for, or not the structure, the, you know, like the pre-structure. I guess you could call it that. So honestly, I could do that now. I kind of want to. It looks kind of fun. I'm not sure. Oh, you know, you could do. Let's see, red. What is this? Oh, that's gray, not black. You could do red and black stained clay in between them. Whoops. Kind of like it is in the picture here. And then we would put different colors of concrete. I think that would look really cool, actually. So I'm gonna start that. It starts like at the beginning of his neck, right around where his arms are, and his arms come out right here. And it ends about right here. So we have about that much space to work with. Now it does fan out a little bit. It goes like that maybe. Not too much, and even less over here. So, and then I would say the tallest point in the middle goes up. Not that high. Oh, yeah, maybe that high. I say that's not a bad height. And then, so we'll put all the spines in, and then we'll go through with black and red stained glass and see how that looks. Whoops. There. That's gonna be about right. He has a lot more, but I don't think I can get that detailed. I could probably stick a little one down here, just to attach like that. I'm really not sure how this is gonna look. It's pretty messy. I think once we get into it, it'll get less messy though. So, oh, and we forgot to do stripes on the spines too. I think we should do the stripes on the spines after we finish the glass, as opposed to after we finish everything and go through with the stripes all at once. I'm not sure why, I just kind of feel like that. So, I'm gonna do this. That's kind of like a red layer. And then we have a black up here. I'm gonna have this side go to the other side of that spine, just for some interesting stuff. Back over there. I'm not sure. It might be. If there's anything wrong with it, it's gonna be that you can't see it enough. But I think once I add the black, it'll stand out more. So let me do that. Then I'll put another black layer up here. Placing stuff is so hard to do on glass panes. I might get too high here. There. How's that? I think that looks pretty cool, especially once the whole thing is kind of black and red. I think that's gonna look really cool. This is a little sail. So now we basically do have to do his rib cage his arms and his head. So we're about half done. And then we do the stripes, and that's gonna be fun. And his face. I can't wait to do his face. The teeth are gonna be so cool. Alright. I'm deciding whether to make his face, what shape and his neck, sorry, not his face. Cause on the sheep over there, we did this for his arms. And I'm deciding if that's too thin for his neck, cause his neck is fairly thin, and he has a gray, I forget what they're called, like the skin flap under his neck, which will make it look bigger. So we don't want to make it look too big, or else the skin flap will make it look even more. So I think I'm just gonna do that. If it looks too skinny, we can always change it. But I think that's where I'm gonna go. I think this is where the eyes are gonna go. I'm gonna try this. I don't know why I deleted that black. What we did on the sheep, which is this, the quartz slab. Can fill that in. Because I like how it takes up only one block, because most of the eyes take up 2 or 4, and I guess technically this does take up 2, but one of them's on the inside, so it's not as obvious that it takes up 2. So I just like how it doesn't. It's easier to do if you don't have the room, because I really don't have the room on this one to make one of the eyes that I like making the best. So, but I like these a lot, so it's good. It's good. I usually don't like using buttons. I doubt this will look very good, or even his nose. It's like, yeah, I don't like using buttons. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what the inside looks like. It's probably going to be pretty messy right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. I think that's good for now. I think we can also put this. I'm doing the skin under his neck here. Now you can't put concrete just by itself, or else it falls. Like the only logical block in Minecraft. But you can definitely put it under stuff, and it just makes it look a lot more textured, which is nice. I'm finishing up this hand, this arm right here. I'm gonna put his claw. I'm try and make it not on the ground. All of the other ones have ended up on the ground because I've run out of space. But I'm gonna try and make this one at least in the air, just for some interesting differences. Okay, so I think basically the form is done. Under where his rib cage is, it's a little bit empty, but we can fill that in. It shouldn't be too hard. And then we're gonna give him stripes. Gonna have the gray go all the way under him and back around to his tail. And then after that, we're basically done. So that's gonna be really exciting. So it's been a little while. I was trying to do stripes up his around his body like there in the picture. Unfortunately, it didn't really look like much. It looked kind of like a mess or a mistake or something. So I tried doing this. It's not exactly stripes, but I think it looks a lot neater, and you can definitely tell where the lines are supposed to be. And it doesn't look like somebody just randomly put them there. So I think I'm going to do this on the other side as well. It looks a lot better than that, even though it's not exactly what they did in the picture. I think it's going to work out better this way. So this is basically what I have so far. I have night vision on these little particles. Sick of sitting the tame today. Oh, and of course, just as I say that, it decides to start raining. So I was just finishing this up. It looks awesome. But however, I noticed that there's only really yellow on this side of his head, of his body, and it makes it look almost lopsided. And as I was thinking that, I noticed that there are little spikes along his body. Now, I don't know what this is going to look like. It might look horrible, but I think it might be worth a try as well. So I'm going to try and put little spikes along his body, just like that sort of thing. It might look horrible, I really don't know, but I think that it looks a little bit lopsided with all the yellow over there, and then the rest of it is just nothing. Honestly, I think this turned out really well. I mean, I started with just a little picture and a skeleton, and this is what it turned into. So it's a little messy. It's a much different style than this. And both of these, actually, this is extremely simple, really small, just a cute little flying pig. And this also, it's a little more complicated, but you can see it's all white wool and brown, except for the hat. The hat is the closest to this, and then this is just completely style-wise nothing like the other two, especially in terms of color. So I think I'm done. I mean, I have the sail. I don't think there's anything else on him. I know I said I didn't want his tail to go over the garden. That's really not how it turned out. That's fine though. I think it looks really good. Tell me guys, what do you think in the comments? Do you think I should do more stuff like this where there's lots of different colors and it's very textured? I was hoping to have the foot up. I really wanted to make it look like he was lunging like he is in the picture. Unfortunately, that didn't really work. I ran out of space on two of the legs that were supposed to be up. So, do you think I should do more stuff like this, or a little bit more simpler designs like the pig and the sheep? I don't know. I like doing both of them. They're both really fun. I know this didn't have much tutorial-wise, but it's still cool. I don't know what else. So yeah, this is the Spinosaurus. He's finished. It was really fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below whether you think I should do more stuff like this, or just what you want in general. If you guys comment what you think I should build, and I think it's a fun, creative idea, oops, I almost hit his sword there, then I will feature your name, and you'll give you a shout out, and I'll build what you want me to. So if you guys can think of something, get commenting, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video. Thanks.